I prefer because
we're having arguments. So we're having an argument, guys, and husband and wife every time arguments.
Not every time though.
Yeah, husband and wife,
nothing like every
husband
time.
and wife
but
have
reality,
once in a while.
Yeah.
So wait, let me finish. Cassie, what is it? Okay, just try your best. So there are arguments come up sometimes.
Bring it, let me help you.
Most times. So sometimes it's like things that are not really worth it. These are the things that bring argument. If you're just joining us, thank you for joining us. With just a quick one, because I need to pick chicken soup up I need to leave the house to pick chicken soup at 3. So, and there's a way I cook. If I'm making soup, Nigerian soup, there's a way I cook. I'm talking of baby, so I'm waiting for you to come and say your own opinion. So we're having like an argument. So I want you guys to help us. What do you think? You can drop your comments. What do you think about his own way? He wants me to make the food, and my own way, how I felt like is the right way to cook the soup. So that's what I'm cooking. So over to you. You'll be the first to talk.
Let me hear my opinion on that.
This is the first time you're coming on my live stream.
Yeah, you guys. This is
Mr. Obe. This is Mr. Obe.
No, Mr. Obe.
No, that's what I usually call you when I'm on my video.
Cassie is struggling with that thing.
No,
yeah, my point is cooking soup with turkey. Here they use the kind of what they call it.
They smoked turkey.
Smoked turkey. So if they smoke turkey, then you want to use it to cook soup. For me, I feel like it's supposed to go like not after. Can't you go the other way?
Go this way. Come this side, mommy.
Not after you might have finished cooking your soup, then you now throw the turkey meat
raw
inside.
Or cooked.
Not, of course, halfway cooked, or even if it is already cooked. But my point is, it's not something that you will just throw it halfway when you have already, or let's say you are almost done with the cooking. I would prefer, personally, you throw the turkey meat inside while you're cooking, so that it will be much easier. And while one is eating, when the soup is done, you can perceive, you can get the aroma. Everything will blend. You understand what I mean? Instead of while you're eating, when you take the meat, it will be more like tasting different
from
the real sauce.
So that's what I'm saying.
From the real soup.
Why will it taste different?
Why it will taste different is because it's the meat, the turkey meat is not in that soup for too long.
While cooking. That's your own. So you're of the opinion that you have to cook the turkey meat. That's what you say.
So when I'm eating the meat, I will not be feeling like the taste of the meat is quite different.
So he's saying you have to cook the meat with when you're starting off the soup. As you're cooking, the meat is cooking, the soup, you're putting all the ingredients.
Everything will go all at the same time.
And I'm on the opinion that depending on the protein I'm using. If I'm using goat meat, if I'm using beef, if I'm using very hard chicken, like this very local chicken, you understand? Then I can do that, because the time it will take for my soup to get done, it's a longer period of time, and that meat will not break down or shred inside the soup. But for turkey, we use turkey most. That's why we are arguing with this turkey now. We use turkey, smoked turkey mostly for our soup. So, but for turkey, I'm telling my husband, I say, if I start cooking the turkey from the point.
But I'm just trying to help you out. Why I struggle with it.
You said your own.
No, go ahead.
Let me say my own. Why I'm not in your opinion, and it doesn't taste different. When I want to cook, which I know most people do that. You cook your meat. You save the meat stock. You save the meat stock and keep the meat aside. Then you use that meat stock to cook your soup. Now the meat stock, the nutrient, the juice, the taste, the flavor is the same thing that the turkey has. That's the same thing transferred into the meat stock. Then you cook with that meat stock. So when you finish cooking, you are at the point of your food is about to be done, it's almost ready. Then you add the turkey back.
Yeah, but the point here I'm making is you adding the turkey back.
It doesn't
almost the soup is almost done. And when the soup is almost done, then you now add the turkey. Once the food, when you finish cooking the soup, the taste of that soup does not reflect with that meat.
Okay. most of the soup I cook for you, most of the soups I cook for you, does it taste different?
It tastes okay now.
It tastes nice.
It
yes
tastes nice. The soup, I can't fault it for whatsoever. But
so the taste of the
meat, it's like as if you just parboil the meat and throw inside
be honest,
the soup.
Be honest.
So I'm being honest. That's why I'm just
so
trying to.
I don't know how you. In fact, you didn't even know this. He doesn't even know about all this. Not only one day. There was a day he saw that I finished cooking. Then I'm not adding the meat. He was like, "Why am I adding the meat now? It won't taste the same." But I said, "You've been eating this food all this while." You didn't notice. You didn't notice that the meat is tasting different.
Then as a husband, it's not everything you always.
You don't see me. You don't see what I'm doing.
I don't have to see you. I cook as well. I cannot. I might not be.
Can you cook?
I might not be as good as you.
Should we cast you?
Let's try it one day. I cook very well. I'm a good cook. So the thing is,
let me finish my own opinion. You said your own opinion. I'm trying to explain to people my own opinion. I'm on the opinion that depending on the protein you're using, if it's turkey, you don't cook. If you cook everything from the start, the cooking time for turkey and goat meat is not the same. So if you're cooking that turkey before your food gets done, the turkey will just
okay. Now what I want you to do is to explain it in details. To them, what I feel like you should do and what you think you're doing right. And let them be the judge.
You've said
because
your own.
Go for it.
You've said your own, like what you think you're doing that should be right.
What I know is the best.
Like cooking everything together. And I'm on the opinion that if you cook everything together,
so that if the meat somehow the meat will kind of dissolve inside the soup.
I remember.
So that while I'm eating, I can be taking some particles of that.
Is that what you want? Then what's the point of having the turkey?
Not really having, not like it all of it will dissolve completely. Like, nibbling some one or two things while you're eating is part of it. You understand what I'm saying?
Are you joking or you're serious?
I'm serious.
So you want me? See, I'm sure next time I'm going to cook, I'll go live and I'll cook it that way. I'll make sure that the turkey.
You want me to teach you when you're in the kitchen?
No, you don't need to teach me. You need to cook your own. Since you got married to me,
I'm a husband. I don't have to cook.
No. You have.
I will cook when I feel like I'm free.
So, but if you don't like that my method, the meat tastes nice. I will be honest. Even you can testify.
Yes, I can't fault.
But it's only on the opinion
it's
that.
Just that
I
the soup.
Wait, let me talk. Wait first. It's always on the opinion of you have to start cooking the turkey. That meat and everything should be there. What? Imagine you're cooking ogbono soup. Ogbono soup, you have to do a lot of stirring, like mixing to make sure the ogbono don't cuddle up. Then you have your turkey there because that turkey, all of them, the only thing you will see is bone. Everything will mash up, and we don't want that. We want to see meat. I want to go and pick chicken. So before we end up arguing,
no, you still have time now. Come on.
So now he's saying he wants to be seeing all the meat scattered. Is that
not
really
scattered? Not like all of it completely.
You say you want to nibble.
Like while you're eating now, you see some bits and pieces. Like okay, this one is a bit.
Yeah, that one is different. I can cook a different one. Put a bit.
The only way you get that done is putting the meat.
No.
In that soup that you're cooking.
Please, you guys should be the judge. That's not the best way.
That's the best way.
That's not the best way if you really want to see your meat complete. Unless you don't want to see
how do you want somebody eating and be nibbling one or two?
There's stockfish.
No, apart from that stuff.
What else do you want to nibble?
Apart from those ones now.
There's dry fish. So if you want to nibble turkey, if now, I'm just hearing this one, he wants to be nibbling bit of turkey. So if you want to be doing that.
So that by the time you reach the final
if you want to be doing that, so let's imagine I want to use 40 pieces of turkey to cook soup. I will take out 10. And start cooking it in the soup.
And secondly, the point I'm making, the flavor, that's the main thing. Listen first, the flavor of that smoked turkey.
It's not lost because I'm using the meat stock.
Yeah,
I'm using the meat stock to cook. Hey, Jesus! I wish because you people should be the judge.
Please let us comment and let us know.
Honestly,
who
this
is
argument
on point
always
with
have,
this
always have this argument every time.
They will tell you your husband know what he's saying. So that the concoction, the concoctus will blend with the soup. So
you don't mind if after cooking soup and I bring the soup to you, you don't need to look for meat. All you're after, even if the meat is broken into pieces in the soup, you're fine.
Not too broken. You should get.
But not too broken. But the fact is that it will be broken. As far as you're cooking that turkey from the very beginning of your soup, you won't see those meat in whole. True or false? True. You won't see all those meat because it will
But
definitely.
most
But
times,
if it's
when,
something like beef,
when you
beef.
bring the soup, you see the meat is like the turkey meat. It's more like one.
No,
It's
that's
a little
what
bit of.
it needs to be
So
like it to be complete.
Yeah, it's.
I don't want shredded
I want it. It's much better. Not like I want it as if it's. Yeah, it's much better off if while you're cooking it, let's say in a pressure cooker or whatever, spend most of that time you're using on that pressure cooker inside the soup that you're cooking.
That's from the beginning.
Not
Like
really.
when you start,
when you start cooking, let's use that.
it's the same thing you've been saying.
Yeah.
Which as if we are going round and round. Which I'm saying, if you do that way, the cooking time that turkey takes. Let's imagine now it takes 15 minutes for turkey to be done. Anything more than 15 minutes, the turkey meat will be too done and start shredding. So wait. So it takes that 15 minutes to cook. So and maybe your soup, let's say soup like ogbono, egusi, it needs to cook. If you don't want your egusi to be sour.
No, but when you put that, let's say you're cooking egusi, not at that time that you're cooking egusi that I expect you to put those meat.
It's from the beginning.
Not from the beginning.
So
of course,
when?
now you put the
Which is
egusi,
what
do
I'm
your
doing
thing,
now.
put onions, whatever. Then
Let me tell you guys a story. You see this, my husband? Yeah?
A mark.
Yeah, you've got a mark. There was a day my husband wanted to cook jollof rice.
Got a mark.
You got a
Got
mark?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Sorry, because you slept a lot. That's good, okay? There was a day he wants to cook jollof rice with chicken. And now this chicken is not white chicken. It's not this agri chicken. No, it's like correct local chicken. No, they are very hard. So look at what he did. When he was making the stew for the chicken, like he started cooking the chicken, like cooking parboiling chicken. And I think he started frying the stew inside the chicken, yeah? Like the tomatoes, you were adding the tomatoes inside the chicken. What did you do?
Remember, I don't use white chicken.
No, we're not talking. I'm not talking about white chicken. I mean hard chicken. He wanted to cook jollof rice with hard chicken. Yeah. So he was cooking the chicken in a pot with all the whole spice, which is good.
That's fine. Just keep watching.
Which is good. So he was like trying to cook the stew to make the stew base for jollof rice, and he forgot that chicken is not done. You see, that's where I come in now. Why it's better to cook your meat separately. Take it out. You're sure that it's done. So as you're taking it out, you only have your meat stock. So, but he's cooking everything inside one pot meal. So after cooking it, the stew, that is when he took out the meat.
No, the one you're talking. Let me. Okay.
Wait, let me finish the story. Let me say the way it happened.
No,
let me finish the
I'm
story.
the one with the story. I will tell you how it happened.
I'm the one that experienced the story. Let me say.
You experienced the story. And I'm the one with the story.
Cheregodi. So he now brought out the meat because at that point he wanted the meat to be dry, so he put it in the air fryer. He put the meat in the air fryer. Now, note, I knew that meat was not done, but I just shut up my mouth because you see this argument we're talking about. We've been having it for a very long time, but I don't want to be a buzzy wife now and telling him what to do. I just keep quiet. I just shut up my mouth. He put that meat inside air fryer because he used to see me cook meat and put in air fryer.
No, my reason for
let me finish telling them.
I
don't want to. So he put that meat inside air fryer. He started with the jollof rice. When air fryer was ready, he didn't put it for long ago. He tastes the meat. He now realized that the meat is not done. He transferred the meat inside the pot of jollof rice cooking.
Definitely not.
Maybe so that is what you did. He transferred the meat inside the pot of jollof rice. What's
the point transferring it back?
Because you wanted the meat to be done. And now
you can leave it there and it will still be done.
So why didn't you leave it?
Maybe
you choose to because you want the meat to
cook. But I know definitely.
As he now put it, he put the meat inside the jollof rice. So can the meat wait, I'm not allowing him to explain himself. No, let me explain finish. His explanation is not making sense.
Allow him to
explain. I'm not allowing him because he in fact what he said is not even adding up.
Okay.
Yes. Now this meat now is inside, is back to the rice. Jollof rice is boiling, cooking. Now the cooking time for jollof rice. Now here comes the cooking time. It's not one thing with cooking that there is cooking time for everything. If it takes 10 minutes for rice.
Once I enter kitchen, it's my cooking time. You don't have to.
It takes 20 minutes. You can't overcook rice. If you overcook rice, it will be mushy. It will be like maka and maka. I don't know. You understand what I mean? To be, and we want it separate. Now he put that chicken inside. Now the rice is done. That chicken is not yet done. You now serve the food.
You should
now
ask me what style of food I'm cooking.
I don't know your style. It's your
no,
style.
that is my own
But
style. Everyone have his own style.
That your style no come make sense.
But you like the food.
Which kind? No, let's be truthful to ourselves. I've not finished. I don't like the food.
You like my food.
If I tell you that they say I like the food, better know the confession now. The truth is that I don't want it to feel bad. I say yes, it's good.
Thank God. Thank
I have
God.
to confess.
Somebody's confessing.
I have to confess. So when he served the rice, I want to even cry because of laugh.
Yes,
when he served the rice, even him himself, he confessed, yes, Jesus is Lord, this meat no done. He confessed it. So what we have to do now, we started removing, I'm not going to even go there. He started removing the meat from the rice, the pot of jollof rice to recook. Because why? You started off with your meat on a wrong approach. So why would I do that? Let's imagine, now this is hard chicken. This is very hard chicken that it takes long to cook. So,
but let's
if it's chicken that is very soft,
my own style of cooking is different from what you're saying. Now, I always listen.
So now, appreciate my own style of cooking soup.
But I'm the one that.
If you are just joining us, this argument is all about how he wants me to cook meat in my soup. When you have meat that is soft, you have to cook it separately and keep it aside and use the meat stock to cook, isn't it? Because if you start cooking the soup, yes, Cassie, can you take this and go, please? If you start cooking the soup with that meat, depending on the type of meat, something like beef, something like goat meat, they can stay long from the beginning of your soup to the end, especially our Igbo soup. But something like soft turkey, like turkey is not as hard. The cooking time
is a bit hard.
No, it's hard. But if you cook it too long, I've experienced it. Yeah, if they are smoked, if it's someone is calling me. Sky, why are they calling me? I'll call them back.
You know why they're calling you.
I don't have a business with them. Deal. They've sorted me out. I don't need them. So if you put the meat, like something like turkey or let's say fish, how can you start cooking it like cooking fish? You're cooking it. You want to cook. Let's say you want to cook ofe nsala. Ofaku or ofe nsala, and you cook fish. Then in that pot of fish with the fish inside, you're still cooking the food. That fish will be overcooked. It will just break, like shred inside the soup. You need to bring it out, scoop it out. That's my opinion. But this man wants us to continue cooking from the beginning to the end. So that is what I had to, please watch this video. If you not start from the beginning, please watch from the beginning.
The point, let's just make it clear
we need
for them to understand
opinion.
The point of this.
Because now I think I'll be bringing your case to my Facebook people, because I have reasonable people there. I have people that will fight for me, people that would
not fight for you. Let them be honest about it. It's not about defending you,
guys.
Yeah,
what
it's
do you
not
think?
about defending you. Let's be honest.
What do you think? I might just start
the best way to get the best aroma of any meat that you're putting in your soup is to put it earlier, especially if it is turkey, smoked one. You need to put it earlier so that the aroma will blend with the soup that you're cooking.
So if you put it earlier, will you bring it out?
If you like. It depends. Listen, depend. If you bring it out early, the meat will not like blend with the soup. Just leave it there.
I don't know what.
What's the point? What's the point even bringing it out?
If you leave it there, depending on the protein, if you leave it there, it's going to shred in the meat because you do a lot of turning. Like ogbono soup, you have to turn. Egusi soup, you have to turn.
Okay,
so
best thing is by the time you know you're almost done with the cooking, you put it. But make sure that the meat itself stay and blend with the soup that you're cooking. No. That's the best.
It's better you cook it. Cook the meat.
You will see. I'm happy. You will see the comment that people will be saying.
I can't wait. Cook the meat. Save your meat stock. Keep the meat. Then use your meat stock to cook your soup. I'm still saying it depends on the protein you're using, the type of meat you're using. If it's meat that is really hard, like beef and goat meat, you can start from the beginning to the end because it won't shred. You understand? But meat like turkey or soft chicken, if you start cooking it from the beginning to the end, by the time you end that soup, what you will have is shredded chicken soup. That is it. Anyway, if the meat is soft like turkey, boil the meat, remove the meat. Aha! See, come and read. Come closer and read. He said, if the meat is a soft meat like turkey.
Yes, that's
boil.
If.
It's not what I've
If.
Listen,
that if, remember.
Listen
okay,
to her.
read it yourself.
Listen to her. If the meat, wait, can't see Cheregodi. If the meat is a soft meat like turkey, boil the meat, remove the meat, and use the meat stock to prepare your soup.
That's if this.
Which is what I'm saying.
But this is the only one comment that you've got. Remember, other comments will come.
For local chicken, you can cook it with the soup. Which is what I'm saying.
God have blessed
What are you?
village.
Which kind of blessed?
Yeah, God, yes, now.
She's supporting what I mean.
Yeah, that's still what I'm saying.
Chicken. But you are saying turkey. You should start cooking it. Which I'm telling you, you can't start. You have to check this meat I'm using. What's the cooking time? If I want to cook onubu soup, ogbono soup, egusi soup, and I know that soup will be in the fire for 20 minutes, and if 20 minutes is not enough for, it's not like if 20 minutes is it's not enough for my meat to be done.
Yeah.
I won't cook that meat inside that soup. Rather, I will cook it separately. If 20 minutes is too much for my soup to be cooked, like for my meat to be cooked, I rather cook that meat separately and add it later. But not.
Yeah, based on what I understand she's saying here is
the same thing I said. It's the same thing I said.
No, she's even saying exactly what I am saying here.
What you're saying.
I wish she's saying.
Remember, we started off by talking about turkey because I said we use turkey mainly.
Look at what she's saying.
We use turkey mainly.
If the meat is soft,
cook it separate and bring it out, which is what I'm doing.
But if it is hard,
you cook
like
it from
hard turkey and smoked turkey,
that is what I was
then
saying.
you have to do the same, like as if it's hard chicken.
It's okay. I won. I will watch out for this comment section. And I will update you to show you that everybody will be on my own opinion. Thank you so much.
I'm sure people will be on. If you support me, if you agree with me, 20,000.
No, don't be fooled. See, that is APC life.
If you support me, her own is 5, mine is 20.
That's APC. The APC. On to say how in them mad. That is APC life. Don't support him for 20,000.
Support me.
What 20,000 will do? Don't sell your truth. Don't sell your truth for 20,000.
That's it.
Are you sure you're not going to pick cars off with van?
We
don't have a car now. I'm even tired of walking.
No, I'm not going with van.
Will you walk?
I'm just managing my van until when I get it fixed.
You can go now. You can go. You can go with van and just park somewhere else. Don't even have
by
a car.
This time it's late for me to get there.
You want to take a walk?
I'll take a walk.
Do you have strength or you want me to go?
If you want.
Yeah, come and sit down. Let me go. Okay. Let's see what other people think. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. I need to rush and go and pick Chika's up from school. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for watching. Bye. Bye.